Hey everybody, welcome to Passionate About Music Education, and I'm Rachel Hardman. Have you ever been asked by a friend, a family member or a colleague why music education is so important, or even why should music even be in the curriculum? Now we can stand there and we can talk about it's really good to be playing a musical instrument, or we have a choir and they do concerts, or we have bands, or they can take GCSE music. But actually there are a lot of life skills, transferable skills that music education teaches that are really important. Here are 5 quick fire transferable skills that are important for life that music teaches. The first one is confidence and courage. We know it takes confidence to stand up and perform in front of an audience, to sing in front of an audience, whether you're doing that as an ensemble player, as a choir member, or as a soloist. We see lots of business people standing up, doing presentations, doing their TED talk in front of 200-300 people. And you often find the most successful people at this are people who have taken drama or music at school. And they learn to perform, project, use the space, speak slowly, smile, engage with the audience, tell a story, and have that confidence. So music, whether your students are performing in the classroom, to each other, or whether they're performing in a talent show or an informal concert or a big concert, whether they're playing as a band member or as a soloist, it's really important that they get this opportunity, because that's how they develop confidence to work through the fear and the adrenaline that will happen just before they go on the stage, learn to control it, and to then perform confidently, rely on that practice that they've been doing, and to also have courage to perform. It takes a lot of courage to stand up and perform in front of your friends, the school environment, parents, and obviously when you go into adult life, in front of your colleagues at work, in front of a big audience, to do something on like a TEDx talk, and then it gets put out to hundreds and hundreds of people on YouTube. So first skill that really music does teach, which is a hugely important transferable skill, is confidence and courage. The second tip is learning to listen, and that includes listening to music, of course, listening and appreciating music from different culture, but also listening to other people's opinions and respecting their opinions. Lots of my students work in teams and work in group projects, composing, and they have to learn to listen to each other's ideas. And I often say that you need to listen to especially the quieter students in the classroom, because they often have amazing ideas. So learning to listen before speaking and cooperating. This is a really important skill that we all need, whether that's in our personal life or whether that's in our work career. So second point is the listening skills that we teach them. Third, teamwork. Whether you're playing in a band, whether you're playing in an ensemble, or you're singing in a choir, or whether you're working on a group composition or chamber group, working as a team is so important. And music gives students so many opportunities to learn the importance of teamwork and what it feels like to go from point zero, work, rehearse, plan, prepare, present, and then learn from the presentation, whether that's a performance or whether it's like some of my middle school students where they're doing composition and they perform their work after 2 or 3 lessons in front of each other. They're learning about, well, we had a deadline, we met the deadline, what did we do well on the task, and what do we need to keep learning from so that we keep growing and developing. But teamwork is really important, and students in middle school particularly have to learn how to get their ideas across and to work as a team and to communicate and share their ideas. And it's surprising how much they improve at this skill when you're doing composing and performing in group work tasks at school, and how important that is for them to learn this skill going forward into their career and into their, their personal life too. So music really does teach teamwork in a hugely important way, in a very supportive way, and that those teamwork skills are hugely transferable, so vital. The fourth is working towards a deadline. Whether you are doing a solo recital, you're doing a music exam, whether you're working towards like a GCSE or an A-level or an IB and having to meet all those coursework deadlines, whether you have been given a class topic and you have to present in front of the class in 20 minutes, or you're playing in a big concert, working towards a deadline and knowing the importance of that is really important, and the music really teaches that skill, and the importance of actually practicing and planning and preparing. So if you take one of the music exams on your solo instrument, you have to prepare your 3 pieces, but the scales as well as the study, as well as the oral exam. So you have to prepare all of those elements, and you can't just do it the night before. It's like the GCSE composition. You can't just sit there the night before and cram it. You can't stay up and get a textbook and go, right, I'm going to work through it the whole night and get together a 3-minute great composition. They really can't do that. And it is that consistent work, consistency of practicing, working out, improving, developing, and working towards that deadline that music really does support. And it's a great skill, music, teaching students the importance of deadlines, meeting deadlines, and what you need to do that successfully. And the last one, of course, is how to learn from mistakes. Music, we make loads of mistakes. When we first start learning an instrument, we squeak and squawk all over the place. We sing and our voices hit weird notes or miss pitch. We play a solo and we play a wrong note that only we generally notice because we know what it should sound like. We learn how to improve our composition, or something doesn't really work, or we have an idea and we try it out and it doesn't on an instrument or composition or listening exam. And we just, we learn from these mistakes. We learn from failing. We learn a lot from what goes wrong and how to improve it. And often we're asking students, well, why did it go wrong? How would you fix it? How are you going to improve your tone? How are you going to improve your technique? What skill do you need to work on next? Because they've gone, this is not working, it's rubbish, it's no, I can't do it. And you go, we can, just at the moment you're not able to do it because we've just got to work out why it's not working and how to improve it, how to go to that next stage. So there's a lot of coaching on how do we improve from a failure or a mistake or an error. How do we unpick that so that we can keep going forward? And often when you watch masterclasses where you have university students being guided by university lecturers, they'll talk about technical aspects or the musicality and ways of us to keep developing. So it's how do we keep growing? So learning from our mistakes and errors and areas for improvement is how musicians develop, and aspiring for excellence. It's important, and it's a transferable skill. It's something that we all do in whatever walk of life and career that we do. So a quick recap of why music education is vital in any curriculum. And it's not just about entertaining, at graduation or at the Christmas concert. We actually teach very academic skills and life skills and transferable life skills that are needed in all workplaces. And they are confidence and courage, good listening skills, good teamwork skills, working towards deadlines and presenting your work on the deadline, and learning how to fail, how to learn from that experience, and how to keep growing to that personal development, self-learning, lifelong learning. Music is really important. Don't let anybody tell you differently. It's important in the curriculum. It changes children's lives, changes adults' lives. I'm a huge advocate for music education. I wouldn't be here today without it, and I'm very grateful for every opportunity I've had from music education. That's why I'm passionate about music education, and I'm Rachel Hartman. Thanks very much for joining. See you soon.